Okay, so once again, according to the rules, anyone can ask anyone a POI at any time, so there's no rules about that. Heckling is allowed. Okay, so I will be recording everyone. I'm not going to do protected time, but I'll just do the claps to let you guys know how far in you are in your speeches. Okay, so the motion is for our style debate, not serious debate. This house would ban Christmas. So let's see what Prime Minister is going to tell us today.
Thank you, honorable speaker. So first, I'm just gonna say a lot of arguments, and that's all. So the first thing I want to say is that Santa is completely real. So now I'm going to move on to my a lot of arguments. So my first one is that reindeer are secretly stepping on elves, so there's not that many elves left, and that means that there's a shortage of elves.
Ohio.
So not that many people can get presents anymore. And also, reindeer have toxic hooves, so when they land, they leave a toxic footprint. So when animals and humans step on the toxic footprint, they go crazy and they die, and that's why so many animals are going
She's so
extinct.
stupid together, right?
Okay, so also stockings are humans too. And so when you hang a stocking, it's like a human getting hanged. And also when you stuff presents into a stocking, it's like taking a human's head off and stuffing presents into their neck and then putting it back on like and then, also Santa's sleigh is going way too fast. It goes zoom. So when it goes zoom, then if it touches something, it causes a fire. So if it touches a tree, then it causes a fire. So when it touches a tree in a forest, then it causes a forest fire. So Santa also kidnaps little kids if they're too naughty and turns them into elves. And if they're even more naughty than that, then Santa will kill them. And
Oh shoot, no.
also, if we ban Christmas, including the word Christmas, then kids will have an easier life, because I've spent so long in my life trying to figure out how to spell Christmas and what Christmas actually is. So that was just wasting my time. So now kids will have to do that, and they'll just have like an easier life, and they'll be happy.
Aren't kids more useful as elves?
Yes, probably.
Kids are actually not no,
Kids are dumb.
yeah, kids are dumb. So exactly. So anyway, moving on
Kids
to
are bad at wrapping presents.
yeah, and now moving on to my next point. So Christmas has been celebrated by a bunch of stupid people like Hitler, so it's bad. And also, there are trillions of elves that Santa control, and so Santa will eventually want more power because he's a crazy psycho guy. So he will eventually destroy the world and make it explode and kill people and like harass people. And the Grinch is secretly right, which means that Santa is the evil one and the Grinch is like the good one, and the Grinch is nice and Santa is the
POIs, ops. What's up? Where are the POIs?
And so another thing is that during Christmas, too many kids go crazy, including me, and everyone will go crazy with them. Yeah.
So, about your point with the children being stupid, are you like 8 years old? Is that friendly fire?
Yeah, I'm 8 years old. Okay, now moving on to my next. So, and everyone will go crazy with the crazy children. And so when everyone goes crazy, it leads to a crazy world, which means that the Earth is gonna go crazy, which means that the Earth is gonna like kill all the other planets and make the other planets crazy too. And that's gonna make the sun crazy, which is gonna explode and kill everyone. So then Santa is also the cause of global warming because he's too lazy and tired. So he wants to like stop the Christmas spirit. And okay, so another thing that's very, very important that everyone should actually know is that Christmas lights are possessed by demons. And so when you touch them, they'll either kill you, like strangle you, like or like traumatize you in some way. And so finally, Santa is now overweight because of all the cookies and milk that he drinks and eats. So he can't fit through all the chimneys, which means that he's breaking the chimneys with a giant hammer.
Okay.
And so he's making people pay a lot for that. And when he breaks the chimneys, pieces of the chimney will fall on people, which will kill them. So in conclusion, because of the reasons that I just listed, we would ban Christmas. Thank you.
Wonderful job.
This is the cat.
I thank the speaker for that speech,
Okay.
and I now invite leader of opposition.
Big joke.
Okay.
I'm gonna start.
If you're gonna start in a specific way, also like maybe give out a warning to everyone so that they know.
I'm gonna sing to start. Alright. Ops the name, rapping is my game. Yeah, gov dot, or like gov not. I see friends. I see Santa's underpants. He government Lamar, Welly government Lamar. Hey, we the ops, and we're here to say we love Christmas. You girls aren't okay. Diss me. I got kids. We have Christmas to get more knowledge. You're moving because you're a skibbity. What's up, brother? The god Phantom is known for eating, and because Phantom is Kato's long lost cousin, Phantom is known to Phantom tax, which
Your
is
song
eating a
is
large
bad and your
amount of
songs
food.
are horrible.
because of
Shut your dog skipping up.
Because our gov side, we want to remove Christmas, then big dinners on Christmas will be gone, meaning that there would not be any food for Phantom to eat, which would then lead to Phantom eating the planet. And Mr. Beast is the white, and because many of his viewers are Skibbity, Ohio Phantom Tax children, because it is highly true that the creator of Skibbity Toilet is a supporter of Christmas. If you remove Christmas, the creator of Skibbity Toilet will be discouraged, and they won't create more content for little children to watch, which is bad.
POI.
Yes.
Why do we care about Skibbity Toilet?
Because many children are influenced by Skibbity Toilet nowadays, and if you remove Christmas, the creator of Skibbity Toilet will not be encouraged. And on Christmas,
Are you Skibbity?
and on Christmas, Christmas is known as a day of gifting and like giving and receiving, and you might receive gifts like a pull-up bar or stuff, which promotes flex maxing, which could also lead to you having good physical health and good physical benefits because you're trying to look max. And because of the gifts you're receiving, you might get like protein powder and from your uncle, and you might eat it and you might become very buff, and that's really good for you.
POI.
Yes.
Why are kids getting these presents from your uncle when it's obviously Santa?
Oh yeah, kids can also ask for gifts from Santa, and since Santa is really like Sigma, he might give kids like gifts, he might give like lots of good merch from like the North Pole, and they might be like limited edition merch. Yes.
Didn't we, in the first speech, didn't we just mention that Santa was very crazy and psycho?
Yeah, but Santa is actually really Sigma. According to you guys, Santa is not Sigma, but in our eyes, Santa is the alpha wolf. Thank you.
What on earth was that? You're selling! You're selling!
Okay, I thank the speaker for that speech. And I now invite Deputy Prime Minister.
This guy, I'm done. Oh my goodness.
Wait,
Thank you, John.
No, it doesn't.
Okay,
So-
everyone.
As the next speaker on side government, we are so confused at the opposition's jokingly introduction. This is obviously a really serious topic we're discussing. He's like rapping about some kind of thing, and he's like talking about some kind of rapper. I don't know. This has nothing to do with our debate on Christmas. And I'm going to go on to say why Santa's bad and the effect Christmas has on children and its effect on society too. But before I do that, I'm going to first address the leader of opposition's points. So he talks about this thing called Skibbity Toilet. He doesn't really tell us what it is. I have no idea what it is. Like, it's
That's
a
your
toilet.
problem!
Who cares about a toilet?
That's your problem though.
He talks about influence on children. Yeah, children go to the toilet to poop. Whatever.
Okay.
And then I'll be addressing his next point on how the presents are good for children. I'll be talking about that in my second point. But my first point is about how elves are currently getting bullied by Santa.
Okay.
They're getting abused. Like my partner said about elves being children, they were the naughty children who got converted to elves because they were bad. So basically Santa kidnapped these elves, these children, and then turned them into elves. And I'm gonna tell you guys about what happens. So basically, in that working facility, every single day, elves are measured for height. They have to be always the same height. If they're not, they have to get pushed down by a metal weight so that they're all the same height, and they go through measuring for body proportion, so they all look the same. They all look like friendly, nice children. Yes.
What if you're too tall?
You get pushed down by a weight.
Sorry, what if you're too short?
If you're too short, you get surgery.
POI.
Yes, injections. Yes.
About your point about Skibidi Toilet, are you saying that you're uneducated and that children should become disconnected from their generation?
He has a lie. He has a lie.
Skibidi toilets have nothing to do with our generation. Actually, it has nothing to do with Christmas at all. The end. And then, anyway, so basically these elves are getting body shamed and they're getting tortured into looking a certain way, which is not what we want for this society. Why are we doing this to people who were just simply naughty maybe once in their lives? And on to my point, my
Well, he
second
deserved it,
point,
not gonna lie.
which is basically on how Christmas basically is a drug for kids. First,
I love drugs.
kids go sugar highs, and second, there's infectious music. So,
I love you.
when Santa gives candy to kids, such as candy cane, gingerbread, all these sugar high content, kids love these things. They gobble it up, and this is what happens. They start vomiting. They start going nauseous. They start using up the space in the hospitals that were used for cancer patients instead. But now there's millions of children who are vomiting in the
Who cares
hospital.
about cancer?
And then there's infectious music. So basically, every single day,
All
the bell
I
chimes. There's all I want for Christmas is you. Kids sing that all the time, and they go crazy about it. Their ears start bleeding. They go deaf. And like my partner said, there's also the liability of Christmas lights, and they explode in people's faces, and they choke kids and parents alike.
Is that not the point?
So my last point is basically on Christmas's effect on society. We know that Santa's sleigh must be super big because he needs to give presents to everyone around the world. But what happens when the sleigh falls or fails? Like normal planes, the plane crashes. Santa's sleigh can do the exact same thing, which means there's gonna be a giant dent in the middle of the earth. It's gonna be like a demi-sphere in the end. Yes?
If the sleigh falls on aircrafts and destroys them, isn't that good for the environment?
Yes.
No, it's falling onto Earth. The Earth is getting impacted. It's becoming a demi-sphere. It's not going to be a round sphere anymore. Half the world is wiped out. at
Well,
this
the Earth
point.
is flat.
Okay?
Yeah.
So,
You're
by
You're dying
next
off.
Christmas,
Yours is literally
at
flat.
least we have our world, okay?
Look at this. This is flat.
At least we have our world. So therefore, what I'm so proud to propose.
The world is literally flat. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
I thank the speaker for that
Okay, you
speech,
should
and I
proceed.
now invite the next speaker from opposition.
Alright. I'll be starting my speech on what's another rap. Hey, I say, government, you're a silly goose. Other points are like spaghetti, y'all goosey goose. You think you're slick with your fancy shoes, so good to off with you just old news. For my speech, I will first be
A baby?
For my speech, I will first be addressing the government.
Okay.
See the point. 所以, with their, honestly, I wasn't listening because her speech was just filled with yapperism and Japanese. I honestly could not hear anything just because of how boring it was. So now I'll be moving on to my own points.
Poisonous.
Oh my goodness.
Shut up!
Okay, no, we're not gonna do that.
Okay. Government, you skibbity risky. Do you know what your points imply?
Anger issues.
That you support the little green gremlin called the Grinch. But do you know what the Grinch is? The Grinch is racist. If you have watched the popular movie The Grinch, then you would know that the Grinch directly discriminates against the people of Whoville.
POI.
Yes.
But isn't the Grinch a person of color?
I never said anything about the Grinch being I love green people, okay? I'm just saying that the Grinch, in particular, is being discriminative to the people of
What
Whoville.
is he talking about?
For absolutely no reason at all. If you guys support the Grinch, which you obviously do because of your points, then you guys are racist.
You just,
Moving, yes.
you just said that you love green people though.
Yeah, I like green people.
And the Grinch is a green person, so that means that you support the Grinch.
No,
that you're
I love
racist.
green people in general. I just don't like the Grinch.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you not green though?
Moving
What?
POI.
No. Moving on to my second point. Christmas actually
He's too
from.
afraid.
Okay, accept it. I don't care anymore.
Give me an example of another green person other than Grinch.
You know that Shrek. You know that guy from Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah, Mike
Oh,
Wazowski.
green-
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, Mike Wazowski. So, moving on to my second point, Christmas actually promotes the persecution of drug dealers. Think about it. Christmas is a time for gift and present giving. You know who loves to give presents? Your interesting white uncle. When he gives you the sussy white powder, they have an increased chance of getting caught by the reducing the population of
Why
drug
is he
traffickers.
specifically talking about white people? Oh my
Does he
gosh.
prefer white? Does he prefer black?
No, I'm just saying.
saying that
This
black
is
is
such
wrong.
a bad speech.
I'm just saying.
Is it like right or
White
is it
uncles
wrong?
typically give little children sussy white powders, and if the children then theoretically consume
Oh my god,
the
he's being
sussy white
sexist
powder,
too.
that is bad.
Sexist.
I have.
Moving on to my third point, I guess.
Okay, so why would children just consume a sus white powder?
Sugar.
No, like you guys said, children are stupid. They don't know what they're doing.
So you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't think you know what you're doing. I think you're just stupid.
No, they don't know what to do with sussy
Oh
white
my
powders.
gosh.
What's something white powder specifically?
What does sussy white powder have to do with
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Oh my bad.
It could just be
Real that
sugar. It could
white
just be
powder
a
is
regular
white.
sugar powder.
Please
Or it
connect
could be
cocaine
illicit
to
drugs.
Christmas.
Or it could be illicit drugs.
POI.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Can you connect cocaine to Christmas?
Yes. So I've already mentioned this in my video, but you clearly
What?
were not
Snow
listening.
from the North Pole. Santa
Because you
hands
clearly
cocaine to
do
the
not
children.
give a
Listen,
Listen.
check it out. So,
Okay, let's move past this one.
Okay, just continue.
no, she asked me.
Continue. Stop.
So this is a type of gift giving, right? If your uncle gives you something like powder and you don't consume it because you got powder, it's something like
What if
powder.
my uncle's dead?
Oh my god.
Then your aunt will give it to you.
Yeah, then your aunt will give it to you, and then your mom, and then your dad, and then your brother, and then your sister. Because they're all bring it. Okay, so.
And if you have no family members, you'll give it to
And
someone.
for our
There's no
last
family.
point, and for our last point,
There's no
Christmas
family.
actually declines racism. Listen to me. So, Christmas is a time for family gathering together, everyone gathering together, everybody, helping each other out, and therefore all the different races of the world, everyone. What do you want?
Would you rather have a racist world or have half the world wiped out?
If you're talking, bro. Your situation is a hypothetical situation. Have you done the calculations to
Well,
figure
we
out the
said
entire
that always
Yeah, what do you want?
I forgot.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's all you know.
Okay, that's all. Alright, because you're trolling, you automatically win.
Oh, base. Beautiful speech. I agree with that.
Okay, I thank the speaker for that speech, and I now invite the next speaker on government.
That's a lot of fun. Should I say that? That makes sense.
Okay, so just to reiterate, while heckling is allowed today, just make sure you guys are not louder than the speaker
Yeah,
themselves.
Miley.
Number
I'm
one.
so quiet.
Yeah.
Number two, yes, let's still try to keep it respectful. So let's go.
But you said we can go to racist.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's not the disrespect. Okay.
because these young children here don't know what they're talking about and they're racist and they hate against people that are green are furry and
You obviously
yeah.
don't understand what you're talking about because you use the word hate over discriminate when discriminate is a much more sophisticated word.
Okay, well, hate is still a word, so it doesn't matter.
Smoking on
And-
that. Okay, now I'm good.
Okay, so also they didn't refute against many of our points. That means our points are superior and they're wrong. So what do you want?
Alright, so okay, I have two. So the first point is her speech was actually like so boring. I could not understand any of it because it was
Oh, I think
so
we need
loud.
some English tutors.
And then
That's
the
your
second
lack
one,
of
We
concentration.
specifically demonstrated in my speech that
Your speech was too boring to listen to. No one wants to listen to it, so I don't want to listen to you speak.
Okay,
You
now
see-
engage
That's
with
what
the
we
points. Engage with the points. Okay.
Okay, also trees, when Christmas wrappers are being used, also you're very short, so
Hello.
You're getting recorded. You know that.
Yeah.
Okay, less heckling.
Yeah, so Christmas, there's like gift wrapper crisis. So when people use gift wrapper, like, and they toss it away, this causes trees to be sad because their friends and family are being cut down. And trees have feelings too. Feelings, the vegan teacher is wrong. Trees have feelings. What do you want?
We don't care about trees' feelings because humans are superior.
No, they're not. Okay. Yeah.
Well, wrapping paper is made of recycled things.
No, not all wrapping paper. Okay.
It was made of wrapping paper.
When wrapping paper is being tossed away, trees are still sad and become depressed. And when trees become depressed, they are emotionally traumatized by their families
Sounds
being
like
cut
a
down,
skeleton
right?
to the trees.
So
don't you think?
basically, when they become depressed, they will disappear and die because they are
Skeleton.
trees. So that means that they will, well, the carbon impact will be like carbon, right? And then trees absorb carbon. That's why we want more trees. But then gift wrapping and Christmas causes trees to die and become depressed and emotionally traumatized. Which means we shouldn't have Christmas. Yeah, what do you want?
Okay, so to engage your previous point, the vegan teacher said the N-word actually, so you're supporting the usage of the N-word because you said that the
Oh,
vegan
well, the
teacher is right
vegan
about
teacher isn't that big anymore, so that's why I don't really follow her
What?
anymore. So I don't
yet your
really
entire-
watch her videos. Yeah, what do you want?
And yet your entire point is based off the vegan
Oh, no,
teacher and
that
her
was
teaching.
a side
Okay.
part. That was,
That was an
side
example.
part to it. Yeah.
So you still support her?
Oh, I don't support her. I mean, what I do
So you don't support
You
trans?
just don't
Okay,
understand the
okay.
You
point.
support
Okay.
same
Yeah, but
Okay,
I
okay.
support her. Some of her
Support the
So I support some of her points, but I don't support some of her points too. So yeah. So also
don't support
Santa's surveillance, right? So we all know how Santa watches over us, right? And then so he can see if we're naughty or if we're good, right? So when Santa watches over us, this is wrong because they're watching over us, right? This is like not right.
Oh my God,
Privacy
this
rights
is
for
so
Okay, how about this? Go debate
boring.
against a Christian about if God is invading our privacy. Is anybody here Christian?
Okay.
Okay, we're not going there.
Yeah, we're not going there. The judge is right.
Oh my God, this is so
Okay,
boring.
You need to be addressing this.
Boring.
So yeah, Santa's
I'm
POI.
not listening to
Well, the
things.
government is watching us all the time. Should we ban the government?
yeah, we should ban the
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, so you're banning yourself? You're the government.
not that guy.
I'd
We
rather
need to
hear
follow
paint
the-
dry than hear your
follow
speech.
They're
it
making
more,
up
like,
points on the
follow the
spot.
speech more. Also, so snowmen are getting frostbite. So
I'd rather
Christmas,
hear
What? Come on, what?
Christmas children like want to build snowmen and they support Santa because
I'd
snowmen
rather
are
watch
supporters
grass
of
grow than
Santa,
hear your
right?
speech.
But then, since because you're a boring kid and
I'd
no one
rather
wants to
hear
spoil
paint
it,
dry.
that's why you should not talk right now. So basically, snowmen are getting frostbite. So it's like they are adapted to the snow, but when they are left outside by themselves, they not only become depressed and get frostbites, but they also will become very
Bro, my partner's point said you guys are racist and snowmen are white. So are you guys
No. Okay, why? Okay, it's a fact that snow is colored. The color is white, right? But still tinted blue, so it's okay. And I support blue people.
What?
Okay, Smurf.
Okay, yes, I support Smurfs. Okay, so.
Oh, do you not support any other colors?
Oh no, I do support Smurf. I support the whole rainbow, and I support LGBTQ. I'm like you guys.
Oh,
you guys are
black,
sexist.
black isn't part of the rainbow.
Oh, well, I support the rainbow and all the shades.
Okay, buddy.
And other colors
Okay,
in the
buddy.
world, okay? Yeah, okay, so when snowmen get frostbites, they also die, become very sad. So
Ow.
as this person as
The third speaker of
as the
government.
third speaker of government, we win. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I thank the speaker for that speech. I invite the next speaker once again to reiterate, while heckling is allowed and encouraged, please don't be louder than the actual speaker. Okay, great, let's go.
Okay, so to start off my speech, I would like to bring up the fact that most of the government's points have been complete hypotheticals. You can't bring up hypotheticals and expect them to be true. Alright, and my partners have actually brought up points that are true. We do know that Christmas is a time of family and community, right? So it decreases racism. We hate racism. Alright, now to my first point. Elves are actually, what are elves similar to? Leprechauns, right? And what are leprechauns similar to? What are leprechauns related to? Irish people. Now, Irish people, why do we hate Irish people? Irish people eat potatoes. We love potatoes. We want to keep the Irish in the North Pole away from the potatoes. So if we ban Christmas, the Irish will be let those little gremlins will be out into the world eating all our potatoes. We hate that, you know? And so we would keep. I didn't ask for your opinion. Anyway, sorry. So anyway, if elves are enslaved, essentially, if Irish people are enslaved, then there are more potatoes, and potatoes are better than Irish people because the Irish people are short and they bring no value to society. Now, second point, the Grinch is actually also a pedophile. You see, in the movie, he present rapped an underage girl, and you know what this means? You know who else is a pedophile? Drake. He kissed a 17-year-old on stage. Now, what does this mean? Government is actually zesty because Drake is zesty. And what does this mean? Grinch, Drake, government, all relate to each other. Government, potentially pedophilic, and also zesty and racist. What does this tell you about government? They're not very good people, right? Sorry, yeah.
Can you give examples on how we're pedophilic and all
No,
those
so look at
things?
this. You are against Christmas. The Grinch is a pedophile. The Grinch is against Christmas. You are a pedophile, obviously. Anyway, to start to refutations, there's a lot of points here. So first of all, reindeers are toxic. There is no proof provided for this. Why do we need to believe this? Anyway, next, stockings are humans. Now, stockings are only used for our amusement. They're tools for us to use. Who cares about stockings? 1 million stockings are worth 1 human life. We would rather children use stockings as storage for toys than use them as actual valuable members of society. Sorry, what?
Do you not support red people?
I think stockings aren't people. What?
Yeah, they have feelings and they're people.
Okay, how about this? Search up are stockings living beings and then tell me the answer who it is.
You have a computer, search it up. Are stockings real people?
So when you said
I
that,
know you switched that up.
we don't know that reindeers have toxins. When you said that, we don't know that reindeers have toxins.
The Grinch a
Well,
pedophile?
we clearly stated that, and you're
Switch it
supposed
up.
to believe everything that we say. So yeah.
Oh, actually, you're right. So if I say government is completely wrong and we win the debate by default, we are right, correct? No. Obviously, your logic falls flat. Anyway, next. Santa kidnaps little kids. We like kidnapping little kids. They get more brain rot. And brain rot is good for little kids because brain rot connects them to Gen Alpha. Obviously, you wouldn't understand. Due to your previous point, about Gen Alpha, about us not related to Gen Alpha, we don't care about that because we're Gen Z, right? Gen Alpha, actually, I'm pretty sure you're part of Gen Alpha. You should be connected to kids through Skippy Toilet. Now, Santa kidnaps little kids. Santa's actually a good person. You know why Santa's a good person? He is a big man with a big beard. You know who also has a big beard? Whitebeard from One Piece. Now, is Whitebeard from One Piece a good person? He cares about his family. Therefore, Santa cares about his family. Santa's a good person. Now, next. Kids will have an easier life. You don't need to spell Christmas. Now, obviously, you're illiterate and have no intelligence outside of speaking about facts that don't even exist. Spelling Christmas is extremely simple. It's Christmas. How about I add a little S after just so I can continue Christmas? Anyway, Christmas has been celebrated by stupid people. You know what else has been celebrated by stupid people? Your existence. So, obviously, all of government's existence is validated by stupid people. Therefore,
Parliamentary manner of
I didn't ask! Next, Santa is a psycho. Santa is a psycho. Now, even if Santa is a psycho, right? You know who else is probably a psycho? Mr. Beast, right? And Mr. Beast gives back to the community. And Santa gives back to the community. He gives presents to little kids. We love Santa. Anyway, next. Grinch is secretly right. I don't know why they made the point about the Grinch being right, because the Grinch is obviously clearly pedophilic. He's clearly very offensive. He's racist. And he's also very zesty. Now, kids. Sorry, yeah.
What if Santa's not actually the one that's giving presents? The parents are, but Santa still exists.
No, say that isn't so. Anyway, kids go crazy. Crazy world, sun goes crazy, world blows up. What the hell?
That's not
Yeah.
What does Charmander have to do with any of this?
Sorry, what?
What does Charmander have to do with any of this?
Charmander.
Yeah.
Oh, so Charmander, right? Charmander, when Charmander's tail lights up snowmen, for example, when it melts snow, God starts crying because it's water, right? Anyway, water is good for the world. People like drinking water, so Charmander is beneficial. You know what Charmander also starts with? C. So you know what also starts with C? Christmas. That's why we like Christmas. Anyway, Christmas lights are possessed by demons. Water. They are what? Okay, Santa's overweight causes property damage when he falls through the chimney. You see, the problem actually here is people being against Christmas. Because if you're against Christmas, you are against Santa giving himself workout equipment, looks maxing, becoming a better version of himself. Therefore, Santa actually being overweight is a problem on government side. It's not a problem on our side. Anyway, serious topic. Op wasn't being serious. We don't care. Our rap was fire.
So
I don't
if
know
he's
about
a
that.
pedophile.
Anyway, so I'm not a pedophile. I'm literally below the age of 18. Anyway, oh shoot, my timer's done. Never mind.
Stop.
Okay, hello.
What is going on?
Okay, I thank the speaker for that speech, and I now invite the final speaker.
Is that
Okay,
real?
sit down.
Oh,
Put the laptop
No,
away.
that's just a type of disease named after
Okay, so we're now inviting the final
Pedophilia.
speaker. Okay,
She just called pedophilia a disease.
okay, put that away.
obsession.
So we now have the final speech. So this is everyone's last moments to get in good POIs. It's also the last reminder of don't be louder than the speaker. Okay, so last speech. Let's go, government.
Okay, so the last speech was from that, so I'm just gonna repeat some points that he said. So he said that the Grinch is a pedophile. I would like to refute this by saying that Santa is more likely to be a pedophile than the Grinch. Okay, he has a strange liking towards kids. He goes to the houses of children in the middle of the night. What is he doing? Only God knows.
But here's the problem, right?
What is he?
Alright, but here's the problem. Santa isn't proven to be a pedophile. The Grinch is proven. So obviously, in this case, the Grinch is more pedophilic.
Actually, there's more proof of Santa being a pedophile. Okay, so every year he goes to the house of billions of children in the middle of the night while they are sleeping. What is he doing to those kids?
Oh my god.
Like,
They don't remember it, so obviously it's probably not true.
Okay, no.
so and it's like pretty common for the groomer to like do their thing to the children while they're like oblivious and unconscious. So
POI.
yes.
After everything that we have mentioned, you still haven't directly proven how Santa is a pedophile. You just says that Santa goes into the children's room in the middle of it. What if Santa's just delivering presents? Can you prove that he's a pedophile?
Actually, yes, I can. He's employing elves, and what's like a main feature of elves? They're quite small, and who else is quite small? Children. So he's basically employing children.
Okay.
So what is he doing? That like he's not paying the elves, is he? So what is he doing as payment? So what is he doing to these elves?
Oh, no.
What is he doing?
Okay, let's move past this.
What is he doing to the children?
What?
Back down below below the North Pole, while he's delivering presents.
Okay.
And why, out of all the jobs in the world, he chose to deliver presents to little children? Does that not sound a little weird to you? Moving on to my second point.
Oh, she still hasn't proven it.
Moving on to my second point, Santa hates Jesus Christ. Okay? Christmas was originally supposed to be Jesus' birthday. All right? But Santa stole his spotlight and made it all about him. But it's literally Jesus Christ's special day. So
What if Santa is Jesus Christ?
okay, Santa is depicted as a white, overweight, and old man. Jesus is depicted as a Middle Eastern, brown-haired man,
Yeah, but what
able-bodied
if,
man.
under disguise.
POI. So you mentioned how Jesus okay, can you say the word Christmas for me?
Why should I?
Okay, I'm gonna say it. Christmas. Okay,